Hey there, welcome to Contracts and Chaos. My name's Alyssa.
And I'm Brenna, and we're here to tell you that you are not alone in the mayhem of this real estate industry.
We're keeping it real and sharing our stories, strategies, and successes in today's real estate world.
So come join us every Tuesday while we talk contracts and chaos. Because I'm going to ramble about it and then wish I'd said it on the podcast. Okay. Today, we are going to be talking to our future selves.
So we're getting a little woo-woo on you.
I mean, not even like it's a woo-woo. Is it like manifesting? It's like all of these different things had a baby.
Right.
It's like what are the other? Oh, a time capsule. Like it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
In one. Today we're talking about a 10-year letter, and if you haven't heard about a 10-year letter, I feel like it's not just a real estate thing. I feel like a lot of like what do you call it? Like self-development people. Like I've heard about it in books and things like that. It's a very very popular thing. I've heard it in 5-year and 10-year, and I was just telling Alyssa that when I first got started in real estate, we did a 1-year letter, which I think is cool. Okay, you explain what the idea is.
Yeah, so the 10-year letter is you're writing a letter to yourself about like for in 10 years in the future, and you're writing about what your life looks like, what you've accomplished, what you're maybe still currently building. And it's just one of those, I think it's a great exercise to, if you don't have a why, this helps you find it. Or if you know your why, but you don't know what the end goal or what, like my why, I've always said, my why is the kids. My why is I want to get them some financial freedom starting. But I didn't truly know what that looked like. And walking through this 10-year letter, I have a much better idea. It also, and I've only shared what came out in my 10-year letter with 3 people. The only 3 people I'm going to share it with. It might lead you to some surprises you didn't realize. It helped me, I guess, work through some stuff or work to some stuff that like I never thought was what I wanted or where I wanted to be in 10 years.
Right, it wasn't on your radar because you're not 10 years older. You're not 10 years from now, you know?
Yeah. Or it's something like one of the things that came out is something when I told one person, they said, yeah, that makes sense because you're obsessed with it. He's like, that's all you talk about that in such a way that like, and even I tell people it's bigger than big holidays for me. And he was like, that makes sense. I didn't see it coming that way, but yeah, that makes sense. So I think it's a great tool if you're at a point where you're like, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm not in love with it anymore, or I don't know my why, or I can't envision what I want my life to look like. This is a great exercise to work through that and maybe help figure it out. And it's not going to build you a super strict plan, but maybe just a vision.
Well, and that's the thing, because I feel like some people get into this business or any business, right, out of a need or necessity. Like we're here to pay the bills, right? This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. But at some point, that's when it starts to get like, oh, yuck, it's the same thing over and over. We're doing the thing. But to what end? Right? And this isn't just for real estate. This is for no matter where you are in life. If you're working a corporate job, if you are a stay-at-home mom, if you're a self-employed like startup company, like I feel like it's so cool to write a letter to yourself from the position of who you are 10 years from now, right? The idea, and I'm a storyteller, so like my letter is going to be 12 pages long, but it becomes very emotional too, because like in 10 years my kids are going to be gone. How gross is that? I mean, and not gone like I won't see them, because they're attached to my hip. They're still going to be living with me. I'm quite confident about it. They're never going to leave. But I'm going to have a 22 and a 19-year-old, right?
That's crazy.
That's a very different life than me right now working through 4th grade math.
Right.
So
and to think that's the difference between 4th grade math and a 22-year-old.
Yeah, like it gets like a little soft and squishy because you're like, oh wow. It's not that far. Because as an adult
No.
too, my mom specifically would be like, you ate. It goes so fast. Like it's already next week. And me as a 10-year-old is like, I'm just waiting for this sleepover on Friday. And it's been 86 years since Monday. You know
Right.
what I mean? And
Right.
I can firmly say that the older I get, the faster time flies. Like we were just talking about the new year, and here we are, like a month into the new year.
Don't even.
You
Don't
know?
you even get me
I don't
started on that.
understand.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's very powerful. And again, if you don't have an idea where you want to go, or what you're working for, because I also feel like so many people in their why just pick the easy, obvious one, or the easy one that they feel is the right answer, right? I'm doing it for my
Right.
kids. I'm doing it for my husband. I want to retire my, and these might all be things that you genuinely want. Like those are your why. But I know for a fact that there are people out there that are just like, yeah, yeah, I want to retire my husband. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be with my kids more. Yeah, like that sounds right. That sounds cool. Yeah, I'm good with it.
Right.
But they have no idea why and what that actually looks like for them, right?
Or how to get there.
Or how to get
Yeah.
there.
But yeah, what does that, and that's what this walks you through. So to start building this letter, first you have to ask yourself some questions. And there's 4 of them.
And I think they're
Where are you
such cool questions. They're
right?
because they have
But
nothing to do with like how many deals you've closed or how successful your business is or anything like that.
right. It's literally, what do you want your life to look like? So it's, where are you waking up? How do you start your day? What type of work are you doing? And how do you unwind?
Mm-hmm.
Then, so for some of mine, so like, how am I waking up? I said, there's no alarm, but I rise with the sun or before so I can enjoy my morning before life and work take over. How do you start your day? Obviously, we all know there's going to be some animals to feed, right? It's probably not going to be Mabel, as much as that breaks my heart to think.
How old is Mabel?
5 or 6.
Yeah. What about Roxanne? Because Roxanne might still be there.
Roxanne will probably still
So
be
Mabel's the dog, Roxanne's the cat, and
yeah, Roxanne's the cat.
My husband says it's a design flaw that cats live so much longer than dogs.
Aww. No, Roxanne might still be kicking. She's about the same age,
Okay.
so there's potential. George too. He's just a baby,
My
so he might still be here.
childhood cat was almost 21 when she passed away.
Yeah, my uncle had one that was like 25.
Crazy.
So who knows?
Crazy.
Yeah, she might still be here. And then I said, like, I'll make a coffee, I'll do some reading, and then I want to head to the gym or like walk the dogs, something like that.
And this is the part, like I already, like, because I've said this on the podcast before, right? I want a beach house, right? So obviously when I was, and I have not finished my 10-year letter because I was, like I said, it's a very emotional, very personal thing. And I just felt like I could not get connected to what I wanted to get connected to in the middle of 4th grade math and, prepping for dinner. It just wasn't working. But guess what, guys? It was a beautiful 70-degree morning on the beach.
Right?
On the beach.
Right. Like
I had already gone and looked for conch shells on the beach. I'd had a cup of coffee on the porch. Like all of these things that's what my 10 years looks like.
Right. Yeah. My location was not what I expected. And that's okay. It's also, it still is, but wasn't. And that's all I will tell you guys, because I think to sum it up, I went to a coffee shop to work on mine, and I had to leave the coffee shop because I was sobbing. So this can get emotional, but I tell you, it's worth it. So the next question is like, what type of work are you doing? I said, I'm monitoring my investment properties and looking for my next purchase. My network gets some love and guidance. I have a buyer's agent in every state, so I can easily travel and spend time with my family. Now, that's not every state of the country. I'm not getting licensed everywhere. It's every state I'm licensed in.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, holy moly,
yeah, no,
that's 50 buyer's agents.
Yeah, no. Just in the areas I'm licensed in. My systems work seamlessly, so I can be out of direct production and monitoring some type of team. I have passive investments, or I have passive income from investments in my rev share. And I have an office in a very walkable neighborhood that supports my team and local small business owners. I'm seen as a pillar of my community. And the last one I won't read to you guys. And then the how do you unwind? The last one's the personal one. That's the one 3 people in this world know, and my mother is not one of them. Let me
Oh
tell you.
my God.
My
Okay.
mother has no idea. Mom, plug your ears. Sorry. Um,
And don't
and then
ask
the
because I'm
last,
not going to tell you.
right? The last question is like, how do you unwind? And I put head to the gym because maybe that morning I didn't feel like it.
Mhm.
But in the afternoon, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Probably go visit the kids who will be 17, 15, and 12
How
in 10
crazy
years.
is that?
Mm-hmm. Um, I want to have like a monthly small getaway. I want to have 3 to 4 large vacations. I want to be the person that hosts the holidays, the holiday dinners, and like the parties. Like Halloween, my house, all out, house fully decorated, and like some front porch sitting is how I like with a cup of coffee or a non-alcoholic drink or something. That's what that's how I answered those questions.
And that's beautiful. But
Um,
that gets you in such a mindset of, because maybe parts of your life looks like that, right? Like you see the kids, you go to the gym, you do parts and pieces
right,
of
I do
this,
those
right?
things.
But there's parts of that that are very, I don't want to say futuristic, but they're not happening right now, right? Like you're not
No,
managing buyers agents in several different states, that you don't have a team.
no,
Like there's parts and pieces of that.
I don't go on
I don't go on
vacation
vacation once a month or 4 big ones a year.
ever.
Like those things are something that you're like, oh wow, that would be so cool, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
then from there, you're able to take that letter and look at it and be like, wow, that is such a cool life. Like I can't wait to live that
Yeah.
life. How am I going to get there? And the next part of the letter is the building the plan part, right?
Right. So I took those questions. Yeah, I took those questions and then the next set. Um, and I wrote my letter. So these are just the questions to get you to actually writing it. So what choices, well, actually, those are questions, yes, to get you to write the actual letter, which mine is 3 pages, handwritten.
And seriously,
Um,
like because there was a call that we were both on for this.
mhm.
And there was a couple of people that kind of like read there, but I don't think that it was like a letter, right? They answered the questions,
Right.
but it was very like on a test. Like I wrote like one sentence answers. Remember that this is a letter. Imagine, like for me, I'll
Right.
be 41 years old writing to sweet little 31-year-old me, right? Like if they try to embody that, because the more personal and the more intentional you are with these words, the more powerful I think it is.
Right.
And
So,
you know
so I'll
that.
read.
And you know that because I
Oh,
don't think that you expected your reaction to this letter. Because, I mean,
no.
as soft and squishy as you are, like, I really don't think that you were expecting to have the emotional
No.
response when you were just as surprised with your letter as anybody who you shared it with, you know?
I was literally knocked off my feet. Like when I sent you the text message, you were like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
You saw it coming before I
I
did.
did, but
So,
not one part, not one part of it. But I was like, she sent me this text and I was like tearing up on the couch and Travis is like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. I'm just so excited and
nothing.
so proud of what 10 years is going to hold for Alyssa.
Yeah. So to put it, I'll read you guys the first paragraph of mine so you can get an idea. So I literally wrote, "Hey girl, before we go any further, I'm so fucking proud of you. 10 years ago, you were really struggling after losing Kevin. While you held it together for mom and put on a tough exterior, I remember how destroyed you truly were. You were so strong and you kept going, even when you didn't want to. You are an absolute badass. Life looks so different today, and it's all because of the work you did to get here. You've worked hard, invested well, and entrusted your advisors to achieve all of this. Can you believe you built all of this? You should be so incredibly proud of everything. You deserve to be praised and enjoy your success." And then I jump into the personal parts. So it is, don't cry. There's no crying in baseball.
I have goosebumps and I'm just like this, because that's, yes, because I do. And that's how mine is. Like, it's a genuine, like, hey,
Yeah.
you, how you
Right.
doing?
Like
Right.
you've worked through these questions. So you need, and then you dig deep. And
Mhm.
I'll be honest with you, like I didn't expect it to be that. I thought mine was going to be very superficial because while my friends see the soft, squishy side of me, I don't always allow it out. And I don't usually let it out to myself or in situations like this or projects like this. So I was very shocked.
But once that letter is done, right, what do you want to do with it,
Right.
right? Because, I mean,
So,
obviously fold it up, put it in an envelope, save it, put it somewhere safe so that, and put, like, if you're doing it now, write 2036 on it. Open in
mhm,
2036. Because seriously, I was, like I said, before we started this episode, I was telling Alyssa that my team leader, when I first got licensed, we did a version of this. It was not as deep, it wasn't anything like that, but like, write yourself a letter a year from now. Like, what have you accomplished? What have you done? Right. And then at that point, and I still have it, I don't have it close enough to read it to you, but it was the craziest thing, right? Like, I closed 5 deals, right? And I made $50,000, and that was just like the sweetest little things, and that I didn't have to have the kids in daycare 5 days a week, and like, all, like, there were these things that it was written in a letter format, but they were very specific. Oh, and we went to Disney. Oh my God, Disney, right? Disney was on there, and when I opened it, I was like, oh my God, I did all of those things,
mhm,
all of them. I had closed 8 transactions. I had made almost $60,000, which was absolutely unheard of for me. That was a crazy amount of money, you know? And
right.
all of these, I was like, oh, and I should have written another one, but I never have. I've never written another one.
Well,
So
you can write your tenure.
I will.
What's life look like? You said you'd have a 19 and a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
What do you think life looks like? Are they in college? Did they decide to go a different route? You know, did you have the funds ready to put them through college because you'd bought the investments? Like, how do you really? I encourage you. Tell Travis he has the girls for the afternoon. Go to a cute coffee shop and work on this, because I know you solidly know your why,
Mm-hmm.
but picturing it come to life, like, I could picture I know exactly what front porch I'm sitting on in this picture, or in this where I'm talking about drinking my coffee in the morning. I can tell you which house that is
It's
in
awesome.
what city, because I've driven by it for a long time and said I will own that one day.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And
So,
I love, and I believe in all of that stuff. Like vision, like, I love vision boards. I love, man, but this isn't like I'm going to put this on paper and just like hope that it comes to fruition, right? It's just like manifesting. Manifesting only works if you move your feet. You got to think it,
right.
and you got to put some action behind it too. So after the letter's
Yep.
finished, seal it up, put it away, tell somebody to mail it to you. I don't know. Just do something with it.
Right.
But then you have to,
Yeah, I wonder if that's what we that could be our $1,000,000 idea. We start a 10-year letter business where we hold it and we'll mail it back to you
in
in 10
10
years.
years. I love that. I mean, I'm in.
Right?
I'll look and
We'll
see if
figure out how to
anyone's
do that.
patented it. Okay, great. Um, then we need
So
to get
then,
into the nitty-gritty, right? So you're looking
right,
at
then
this.
we build the plan.
Correct. So what
Right. So,
choices do you need to make in 2026 to get you closer to Alyssa in 10 years? Or Mary
right.
in 10 years? Or Susan in 10? Whoever is listening to this, what is your step? What are the right choices that you need to make for yourself this year that will help your life look like the way that you just wrote it down in 10?
Right. So mine, I'll tell you what my answers were, cuz this isn't as personal. Like, my letter, 3 people. Brenna's one of them. Mom is not. Sorry, Mom. Maybe at some point. Um my answers were: I need to structure my business as a business and be my best employee. My finances need to be organized, and I need a clear vision of how my money works, what I'm spending, and a clear path forward. I need to pay my back taxes and fix my credit. Um, I need to be consistent and tactical with my actions, focus on what makes me money. I need to have a healthy social life, and fitness routine needs to be prioritized more than the last 2 years, but should not outweigh my business goals.
Yeah.
So those are my what choices, and that's just this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're breaking it down to this year. Like, I really think you could take this letter. Maybe you need to look at the letter each year and reevaluate. Okay, have I done this? Am I on the path? Like, am I doing the things that will build me? Because maybe it's every other year. You need to look at it and go, am I still doing that? Am I still on that path? Like, am I doing what I need to do to get where I want to be? And the second question is, what do my intentions need to be when outlining these goals that will move me 1 year closer to accomplishing them? There's a big word in there. And I'll be honest, I had to Google intention. I know what it means,
Right.
but I was like, I need a deeper understanding of this word in this
Okay,
context.
so what did you find? Because I feel like
I don't
everybody knows what
remember.
intention. I feel like everybody knows what intention means, like that you're meaning to do this thing, right?
Right.
But you're right. I feel like that this is a heavier weight than just like, yeah, I'm planning to do this.
Right. That was my thing. I was like, I understand this word, but in this context, like, okay, I literally went to Google and just like looked up the word, looked up a couple different things. So I had a better, okay, how in different situations, what does that word mean or how can it be interpreted? So I'll tell you what my answers were. Maybe that will help us because I don't remember what I found.
Great.
That was what, 2 weeks ago now? Um, so I intend to be more structured and organized so I can be more consistent, um, productive and calculated rather than reactive and hasty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so there needs to be a focus on increasing my GCI and passive income streams in order to begin building the foundation to support my long term visions.
Yep.
I will need to learn to say no more to opportunities that do not support my goals and visions. I must build structure and routine back into my life. Flying without this has not led to the lifestyle I want. Laziness and wishing does not get things done.
Yep.
I cannot continue to put myself and my health on the back burner. I used to thrive with a healthy lifestyle and regular workouts. I need to remember that I am not living the life I truly want, so I need to build now in order to achieve my long-term dreams and goals.
That's a good one.
Right? I mean, I feel like they're all like this exercise when Taylor wanted us to do it, I was like, no. But then I was like, actually, you know what? Yeah. Like,
Well, and when
this,
Alyssa just got this ticket to go to this event that we did a couple of weeks ago, she was like, "Listen, like I don't," and I have told her over and over and over, I like an intimate event, and not a 4-person event, though that's cool, right? But not a
right.
2,000 people event, right? Like I like a smaller group, right? So you can make
Mm-hmm.
some actual connections. And she said that because of the amount of money she paid for that event, that she was going to do everything she was going to give it her all. And that included this little homework assignment that was supposed to be done ahead of time, but I
Right.
didn't. I
Life.
started it, but I
Life
didn't.
lifed.
Life lifed. There was one line though, and you have it in our notes here too. That it has 2 blanks in it. And did you
Yes.
do this sentence in your letter?
Yeah, but I don't know where I put
The
it.
sentence is, I envision a life where blank, so I may blank,
Blank.
right? So on that
Oh, here
call,
it
oh,
is.
you have yours. Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. So I envision a life where my business does not need my daily presence and provides passive income while building generational wealth. So I may pour into my passion, spend time with the kids, and travel the world.
I just love it. I love it.
Right? Yeah.
Aren't you excited
And
for the
I
next
I
10
I will tell
years?
you my passion is what that is written in here, but that's the super secret
Mm-hmm.
thing.
And
So,
and it is a passion
um
because I mean I've known you for 5 years now, and I've heard about this no less than
for
24 times.
right? I mean, it's my favorite thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I bet there's probably people listening to this going, "She wants to work for Wegmans?" No. It's not Wegmans. Sorry, guys.
My passion is just like those deli sandwiches at Wegmans.
Oh, don't
Oh
get me
my
started on
god.
a Wegmans sub. They put a pub sub to shame.
My sister-in-law worked at Wegmans in Massachusetts for a long time at the cheese counter. She's a
Uh-huh.
cheese nut, but oh my god, hilarious! Oh, Wegmans on the 10-year letter. That's funny.
Right? There is no Wegmans on the 10-year letter. Which is fine.
I hope you guys
Which is
enjoyed
fine.
this. Again, this is a kind of an accountability for me. I did start it, but when I started it, I was like, oh, this is a little nitty gritty. I want to do this for me, right? Like not at the kitchen counter while I'm stirring dinner, while I'm like, I want it to be a minute for me to be able to do what I want to do with this letter, like Alyssa did. And I'm so proud of Alyssa for doing it. So, are you excited for
Well,
10 years from now?
I am because I was just looking at how I wrapped up this letter.
Oh,
And so my
the end of that letter kills me. Every time you say it, I get a little choked up. I get a little
I feel like
frog.
I want it. I feel like I want it tattooed.
Oh, do that.
So one
Yeah.
of my last paragraphs says, "I'm really proud of you, kid. You went from feeling untethered to flying the balloon. Not many people can do what you've done, and you need to give yourself more credit." Peanut's calling. She either wants me to look at her newest YouTube video or has been watching the news and wants to warn you about something. I'm so glad she never grew out of this. Be happy, kid. You've earned it. So that's where your letter takes you, people. That's where you go. And I think if you, again, even a 1-year letter, if you're struggling, 2025 was hard and your numbers weren't what you wanted, or you didn't hit something, or life doesn't look the way you wanted it to, write the letter, because I think you'll surprise yourself when you look at it in a year, 5 years, 10 years.
1,000%. I would say that if 10 years just seems so unrealistic and out of reach for you at this point, do a 5-year letter, do a 1-year letter, because say that 1-year letter that I did, I was very excited. And I'm kind of an instant gratification kind of person. So the idea of waiting 10 years to see if I did this is a long time. Right. But just the exercise in itself is very powerful. So
yeah, and I hope you do too. And like, again, I think this will help you unlock if you've been struggling with what to figure out or what you're do this. Like it surprised the shit out of me. But if you guys are listening to this and you're like, oh, now I have to go back and listen to all the questions, don't. We will have these questions in the show notes.
Yes.
And if for some reason that doesn't work, send us a DM and I have it all typed up, so I'll send it to you. But I truly encourage, and it doesn't mean it's going to take you 10 years to get there. Maybe it'll take you 5, but this will help you identify what you want it to look like. So, write the letter, y'all, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye, guys. We just finished another episode of Contracts and Chaos, but believe me, the chaos does not stop here. So check out the show notes for our email address and where to follow us on socials, and we will see you next week.